nurse for last minute nurse for about 13,000 da. Baomia moka say oma form wejuma abro man for man to payroll so right after elections NDC winning power na nurse for no agitate omo demonstration no. Health Minister Mr. Akandoh say emu 7,000 sesia no ye de to payroll so. Sesia no bosumi aketua no ye etua omo ka bosumi. Osi omo maka no aban edi wudwuma se ombema omo so nyina so e de akogu payroll so a bosumi bia betua omo ka. Enti mess na eye Bawomiamu jato hono. The NDC as a government, they are solving the mess. And mamika bi binche Ghana for. We are still in the ditch as a nation. The debt and the damage you know, it will take us some time as a nation and NDC as a government to get the country out of it completely. And so Biaginian say they are going to frustrate the government. They are going to pressurize the government to do things at their pace. Then you, that person, you don't understand what governance is. You know, in the last 8 months, namuni baby Ghana your situation war. Under Ekufuado, under Baomia, under Kennedy Japan, under Brian Champon, you people saw your situation baby a war. And this is not a situation of one room. A nation that was run down by a group of criminals. So was you a journalist to say me? So I will say, why do you want do? We are Ghana ni ebi a unko school club. Why do you do? Now when you send ya church mind. So we a parent to say me. Now we share even how to manage a home with maybe 3 kids or 2 kids, yourself and your wife. Now we send ya how to put it together. Now so obia beje a country ya messing it up to the core. I also won't see ya obe kasa. Dear John Mahama ni NDC cry yet till now no. They have done too well for anybody to sit on TV or on radio to criticize the government. Dear John Mahama, NDC aban we aye. Baby omo tam ye free ye bedru ye. Baby omo tam dollar ni free ye. Baby omo tam inflation free ye. Baby omo tam deficit when it comes to infrastructure free ye. Baby omo tam corruption. Baby omo tam the baby omo tam crony free ye. The way the country was messed up. Baby omo tam petrol boy free ye. Now we should be and we are basically in heaven. And it's how a journalist and that's how we are Ghana Nibi. Now we have opportunity to speak about governance. Now I will say, Uber to me run the country down or the government down because things are not done the way you want her. Mekachi will say, yeah, the Ghana mouse manage 2 seconds. You go mad. You cannot even manage your own home within 1 year to make things set up. Moi, I wanted to criticize John Mahama buying. Baby, I end this time Ghana free. Say, ya wo, and I will fear Uja to ho 8 years. And I Uja call say, oh, Kotina Kurobi Swaba. Now, Obedru Nasa Ufia Dani de, send your Kufa Muja Ufia na. Over to me the 8 months, Atani Kurobi do. But this man has never complained about anything. His appointees, his ministers, they have never stood on any platform to say Ghana for where the and this MPP and they have never complained. They have solved problems and they keep solving problems. It is how to say journalist and I say Nipebiti radio so can I buy way 8 months. Now because you don't understand governance. Before you criticize this government and say 8 months about step back, take a step back, go back and go look at the digits, go look at the data, go look at where we were, and then compare to today and do the calculation and ask yourself what these people have done. They have done magic. What the governor of Bank of Ghana, what that guy has done, he has done magic. What the finance minister, at first he doesn't like me, but I don't care. What the finance minister has done, he has done magic. When you go to the cocoa sector, we are expecting about $4 billion by the end of the year. They have done magic. This is a country that was run down into the ditch, deep down. It means when I hear people make those statements, I'm who say either you don't understand governance or you are just trying to be diabolic or you just need attention. That's how I see it. Because say maybe Ghana jina unim the desperation na eda Ghana so unim yesika samsen na asay unim sibia na nyoma enkoye. We were all witnesses to the damage these people did. Into ba some chira me say sa damage na Kufuor mo ye no 8 months we no damage ni nyina yira. Sa the backlog of nurses over by 50,000 or omuja omugu fie 70,000 na omuja omugu fie no mo be say mo chem say 8 months no e was so nice for nyanya adwuma mo be say mo kire me say san kwasiade Akufo-Addo mujaye e ka omuja to ho no just 8 months no I was say a calling no me to say TUC for say they are going on strike. Why I was say abino your debt levels. The question here is the NDC government ba abamu a kase no dia ka account nothing. But a car na da hono, can you use 8 months to solve those ekano? And we are talking about impenifuo mo nyankwara. Enti mo menjai sa diabolic, basically childish kind of a argument, you know. Because those kind of arguments, you know, it will not change the course of the government. The government is delivering. The government is working. Me answer make criticize Obino. Me didn't can share what the person inherited. And whatever you inherited, if you have been able to correct or done even 50% of it, I don't have any room to criticize you. And I'm looking at this government. I'm looking back 8 months. Baby Anna Ghana Yawono, this government has done about 90% of the job. So I'll be very unwise and stupid to sit here and tell Ghana for say, hey, 8 months ago, I didn't tell John Mahama and solve a Ghana problem. These people took over 8 years to destroy Ghana. And I'm not cutting a slack for the government. Senka abaning ye bibi and kamaka say okay, abaning ye she. But the government, as we speak today, for about 2 years they doom so more Ghana. And hardly do you hear say obi kase me like to doom. This government, no matter what, Fango boya ding, they are still keeping the fuel price down. So it is not where these people left it. The only way you can assess this government and say this government is doing poor is when you take the numbers the government before MPP Jan Wahono. If the numbers they left today, the NDC is not able to bring the numbers down, then you can tell me this government is performing poor in 8 months. Because the government were to $17 not dollar no and then I'm 11. You can't tell me this government is not performing. So I buy way to petrol 15. Now say the petrol no 15. Now I buy way to my limiting about 4 miles. You can't tell me the government is not delivering. So I buy way to ofanko kwine. Now obedru no e kwine no na contractor to international yejuma. Now the contractor so yejuma. You can't tell me the government is not delivering. So I buy way buy now you are over 20,000 to 15,000 young people sitting at home. Now and there you police assistants be 15,000. You fire service assistant be 5,000. Now nkora we nyina yejuma o ka chem say aban we yejuma now bodam because aban no be ye 100,000 napko ejuma no nipa ba company wo ejuma ye. So I am looking at the past numbers comparing to today's numbers and then I'm making a misstatements. It's what this guy is doing at the health ministry, you know. He is basically working and it applies to the government as a whole. Actually, Jimmy, actually, your propaganda. Actually, you don't understand basic governance. In his answer on TV, so I criticize John Mahama Bino. Ask yourself, at the end of John Mahama Bino, beto ya West in there. Tell me one thing. John Mahama Bino beto ya. John Mahama Bino aseno. Because hey, where can these MPP or hanke dia? Tell me one thing. Tell me one thing. We all see what the government is doing, the IGP, the government itself, how today they are fighting Galamsey. It's not an easy fight, but at least you could see there's the willingness to do that. There is the willingness. Government no will no obey you. So at least Emma Arishim to say Aban Bibaya, the party officials, a sector minister, it release this statement, a whole report. My president say, Jubilee House no, Omonomoya Galamsey no, and no crown here and see over such a say, and the police, the government is on the ground trying to fight this menace. You want to tell me, say, the government is not doing well? Where Jimmy? So look back. Me per one person or Ghana back say me better TV so, and the Akufo-Addo ba omia 8 years no. Adebia John Mahama beto ye no sa ade with the John Mahama nya ade kura 8 months no kan kire me na me debate. What are you going to talk about? When it's got to do with the forex and I say dollar, where are we? We are doing better. When it comes to employment, we are doing better. Today see, let me show you. Come. Mama trouble. Na mwa jimi do mumu no. Today, how many people? 5,000 young men. They are now becoming what? Assistant fire officers. Enrechi nipa almost 12,000. Omo ya dey police assistant. We can me almost 17 to 20,000. There are more to be given opportunities. We are talking about a government today. The land minister and the Watro Akomadian Amabua. He is the acting environment minister. Ama Kofibua. Rights to Attorney General for immediate revocation of LI 2462. And the Abaini say Sam Brana Akufo-Addo ebie to ho na Galamsey for more MPP mu edi your forest no and the minister now or acting as environment minister no or the come attorney general say or per se you stop it mining in our their forests. Inti actually we Jimmy no better TV so I catch me say aban we die what to aban no ho actually we a journalist or we a diplomat or we a statesman or actually we Jimmy actually we nim governance. This is what governance is. They are overturning every nonsense. So today a minister has written the attorney general, nobody, you better stop it, nobody should enter any forest to go mine. What I want to work say, and I jam Mahama bino, omunya she dien and kabine. What should the government do? Into me. So I got some graded government where they have done about 80%. Eh? Ejuma John Mahama ban we are 8 months no. NPP are buying to me a say Juma we be anki. I'm telling you. The way they have even paid attention to the fight against Galamsey. Sanka NPP are buying added 10% of what John Mahama more attention mu pay to Galamsey to stop it. Anka ye ni hanne. I'm telling you. Enti me peni po ba kuma betra TV so aka say adia John Mahama ba omiamo eja to ho a na say negative no John Mahama be west me pe adia ba ko pe. Modwa adentina modwa me mamu common sense ye dwudwam. It is simple. Ain't the answer na baba betina TV so. Answer na baba betina radio so. Aka say aban we ya money 8 months. Na what tell me adia na ewo hwa na aban we say sa adia we na enye aban na be west. Tell me one thing. Oboso omu bi omano kan ai John Mahama aban ka say oba obetu kokoo mu na sibia watum no wada de kuafo John Mahama ba oti kokoo so. John Mahama ba power no. So I saw betu kokomu international price. Now much change statement. You can say baga. Many can say John Mahama wati kokoso. So a day na John Mahama betu ya wa in the west. Senka John Mahama buy and betu koko price and then kote swa because John Mahama teso. But as we speak, what is John Mahama be able to so and so and also John Mahama feel already 8 months. And it's a John Mahama the 128 at Toswa. Then a chesa in the next year, John Mahama on for 2,000 and so. So you cannot sit there and make that argument. Say, I buy way share bo. John Mahama bought share in 4 years bo. If he's going to move cocoa bag to $10,000 a bagger, 4 years within 4 years, and he can decide to spread it within 4 years. He can also decide to do it within a year. Until you cannot tell me, say, the first window, yadama cocoa price, no, John Mahama, was share cocoa for bo, anyway, so, actually, Jimmy, actually, won't name the echo. That is why I'm telling you, say, there are so many people sitting on TV and radio making arguments and say, I buy way 8 months there, and then you don't even understand what you are doing. Now, one thing, what can I say? Because before you make this statement, you need to ask yourself, you're Pamo MPP because of something. And this by no Saudi and Oma in the West ana. That is the only way you can judge this government. And me pade ba ko betumi dia judge NDC aban aka say they have done worse than MPP. Show me one thing. So Mummy Enja is a childish kind of journalism. Any I'm an expert in this. Ni na politics. I am not me Ghana for one say bibia a rosary. No. These people have inherited a very difficult country, a very bad economy. But these people are doing crazy stuff. They are changing things every single day. They are actually changing things. Abaywe is over-delivering. This government is over-delivering. Me who so be able to TV so criticize Abaywe. It may be an anaka say na bibi o ha aban ba ko ne ya na enye John Mahama mo ba ye no oma in west. Me who so be an anaka and so I'm sorry and Abaywe nya hwe no de na Abaywe ya na enye chen ba ko no. Ka de ba ko kire me. So before you go on TV and start to talk about this government, let your listeners know. And now you as an expert, first of all, let the listeners understand say me ba be cheche nyoba bi mu akire mo. Time na Ekufuado mo ho no na dollar no e wo 2 and John Mahama dey about 10 and it na omanya dey 8 months. Time na John Mahama mu fra it na nipa ni ti because okay you are making sense. Now you are making sense. But you don't have any standard. Because the standard that is there no John Mahama at the end of the day Southwest performance no John Mahama ndru ho. John Mahama is still doing better. So if John Mahama is doing better, NDC is doing better, how can you sit and say 8 months NDC is not delivering? Now I'm sure there. Momenja NF Ghana for Sa uni bibia kan men kasa. Sa uni bibia kan don't speak. It is not forced for you to speak on politics. It is not forced for you to let people think, say, you have an opinion on everything. Me, there are so many things going on in Ghana. Ebo ha deliberately me trim ho, me yimi ho frim, me nka ho asem. Obi tim ka say, oh Kevin, asem we buy. I didn't know one kebi because ejuma me ye minimum ejuma me ye no. If I can't have basis for my argument, I will not do it. I will not even speak. And in some to me see Ghana, Obi say, Kevin, this is current issue. Everybody is discussing. I'm like, I'm not going to talk about it. I sit with my team because you know something. When it comes to speaking on issues, governance, you let it sit. You allow it to simmer. You listen and then you start to analyze. No, you need to know, you need to have a reason for being part of the conversation. There should be a reason. Until somebody may prove your chairman say, aban we buy no. Aban na etwa mu ne ya ade bia na ya papa cha aban we aye west. Free SHS and the say when it comes to feeding of students in school, adia aban we ye NPP aban they destroyed free SHS and the over say and the free SHS no NPP they never touch no. You can tell me that. So how can you tell me say this government is not delivering? Aban we can say Omo Ube School, government tertiary institutions, biano, free tuition first year. Abanwe Shebo, Abanwe is in power. So far, Abanwe is delivering. So, how can you just sit on TV, on radio, or anywhere and tell me Abanwe 8 months? Abanwe has over-delivered in 8 months. If we sit to do critical analysis, comparative analysis of this government's performance and the government that it inherited, you can see the gap. There is a big gap between Abanwe and the MPP Abano. We need to understand. Say conversation ba asamedahwa. We need to take a step back. Enya bibia de di hunkomo. Enya bibia na ekambi. Enya bibia na wo idea wo ho. Enya bibia na wo smart wo ho. Enya bibia na obetima ka say we de unkwa wadwene no. There are some things if you know you cannot analyze it analytically. You cannot basically make clear-cut sense. Sit back. It does not say you are not intelligent. You avoiding a conversation does not mean say unimunyansa. You avoiding a particular conversation, you staying away from a particular conversation, you making sure you don't take part in some particular topic or a particular conversation does not make you stupid. It shows how intelligent and smart you are. Because what you do is now you sit back and analyze before you speak.